Number 5, Sif Jacobsen. Please take your seats.
On seat 5, Iveta Jerkova.
We're waiting for Ahmed Hinedi from Egypt. Judge number 2. Judge number 2, Ahmed Hinedi.
Ja, je mag hem meenemen hoor. Wil je nu weg? Matthew, je ouders willen vertrekken.
We're going to start competition. First diver on the board, Clarissa. Four and a half, 5, 5, 6. Brigitte.
Riccardo Giacometti, please come to the judge's seat 4 on the...
5 and a half, 4 and a half, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 5. Zoe.
Judge on seat 4 will be Cindy Hertogs.
6, 6 and a half, 7, 7, 6 and a half. Chloe.
First diver, August. Seven, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, 6 and a half.
6 and a half, 7, 7, 7, 6. Georgia.
Six and a half,
6, 6 and a half, 7, 7 and a half, 7.
Alexander.
Anna. Seven and a half, 6, 7, 6 and a half, 6 and a half.
5. Sebastian.
Anna.
5.5, 5, 6, 5, 6.
6.5, 7.5, 6.5, 7, 6.5. Ritdag.
Angus.
Six, 6.5, 7, 6, 6. Nicky.
6.5, 6.5, 6, 6.5, 7. Siad.
5.5, 4, 6, 5, 5. Vita.
Seven.
5.5, 5.5, 6.5, 5, 6. Rebecca.
Emil Sebastian.
7.5, 6.5, 7, 8, 6.5. Sama.
All judges 5.5. Jonas Erik.
4, 5.5, 5, 5, 5.5. Ariana.
5.5, 5, 5, 6, 6. Bram.
6, 6, 6.5, 6.5, 6. Gigi.
7.5, 7, 7.5, 7.5, 7. Round 2, August.
5, 4, 5, 5, 5.5. Chloe.
All judges
4,
6.5.
4, 4.5, 3.5, 4.5.
Axel.
Iva. 5, 4.5, 4, 4.5, 5.
7, 7, 6.5,
Imara.
7, 6.5. Alexander. 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.
5, 4, 4.5, 4,
Sebastian.
5.5. Julia. 5, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 5. Round 2,
5 and a
Clarissa.
half, 6, 6, 6, 5 and a half. Angus.
Five, 5 and a half, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 5 and a half. Brigitta.
6 and a half, 7, 6 and a half, 7, 6 and a half. Ziad.
Four, 4 and a half, 4, 3 and a half, 4. Zoe.
6 and a half, 7, 6, 6 and a half, 6 and a half. Emil Sebastian.
Four and a half, 5, 6, 6, 5 and a half. Chloe.
5, 6, 6, 6, 6. Jonas Erik.
7, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, 5 and a half. Georgia.
5 and a half, 5, 6,
6 and a half, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, 7. Anna.
7 and a half, 6 and a half, 7 and a half, 7, 6 and a half. Round 3.
7, 6,
August.
7 and a half, 6 and a half, 6 and a half. Hannah.
6, 6 and a half, 5 and a half, 6 and a half, 6 and a half. Axel.
6, 6 and a half, 6, 6, 5. Ritter.
6 and a half, 6, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 6.
5 and a half, 6 and a half, 5 and a half, 6, 6. Nikki.
5, 5, 5, 5 and a half, 5.
6, 6, 6, 5 and a half, 5 and a half. Vita.
6 and a half, 6, 6, 6, 6. Angus.
5, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 5, 5 and a half. Rebecca.
Five and a half, 6 and a half, 5 and a half, 6 and a half, 6 and a
7,
half.
6 and a half, 6 and a half, 6, 6 and a half.
Ziad.
Sama. Six and a half, 6, 6, 6.
6 and a
Ariana.
half, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, 7, 6 and a half. Emil Sebastian.
Three and a half, 3, 4, 3, 3 and a half. Gigi.
Six, 6, 5 and a half, 6, 6. Jonas Erik.
Five and a half, 5, 6, 5 and a half, 6 and a half. Chloe.
Six, 6, 6, 6 and a half, 6.
Four and a half, 5, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 5 and a half. Eva.
Seven, 7, 7, 7 and a half, 6 and a half. Round
6, 4 and a half,
August.
4 and a half, 5, 6 and a half. Imara. Four, 3 and a half, 4, 4, 4 and a half.
6, 6 and a half.
Julia.
Axel.
Five, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 3 and a half, 4 and a half. Round 3, Clarissa.
5 and a half, 6 and a half, 6, 6, 7. Alexander.
Four and a half, 4, 4, 4, 5.
5 and a half, 5 and a half.
Brigida.
Sebastian.
Four, 4, 4, 3, 5. Zoe.
4 and a half, 5, 5 and a half, 4 and a half, 5 and a half. Angus.
5.5, 5.5, 5.5, 5.5, 6. Chloe.
6, 6, 6.5, 6, 6.5. Ziad.
6.5, 5.5, 4.5, 5.5, 5.5. Georgia.
6.5, 6.5, 5.5, 6.5, 6.5. Emil Sebastian.
6.5, 5, 6, 6, 6. Anna.
5, 6, 6, 5.5, 6. Jonas Erik.
6.5, 6, 6, 5.5, 5. Hannah.
5.5, 5.5, 5.5, 5.5, 5. Bram.
5.5, 6.5, 5.5, 5, 5.5.
7.
Rita.
Round 5, August.
5.5, 6, 5, 5, 5. Nikki.
6.5, 6.5, 6, 6.5, 6.5. Axel.
5.5, 6, 6, 5.5, 5.5. Vita.
6.5, 6, 7, 7, 6.5. Alexander.
5, 5.5, 6, 5, 5. Rebecca.
6.5, 5.5, 6, 6, 6. Sebastian.
6, 5.5, 6.5, 6, 5. Sama.
5, 5, 5, 5.5, 6. Angus.
6, 6.5, 6, 5.5, 6. Ariana.
6.5, 6, 6, 6, 6.5. Ziad.
4, 4, 4.5, 3.5, 4. Gigi. Five, 5.5, 5.5, 6, 5.
6.5, 7, 6.5,
Chloe.
6, 7. Emile Sebastian.
From all judges, 5. Ivan.
5.5, 5, 5.5, 5.5, 4.5. Jonas Erik.
Four and a half, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 4.5.
4, 5, 4,
Imara.
4.5, 4.5. Bram.
Five, 5, 4.5, 5.5, 5. Julia.
7, 7, 7, 7.5, 7. Round 6, August.
Three, 3.5, 3, 2.5, 3.5. Round 4, Clarissa.
All judges, 4. Axel.
4.5, 4, 3.5, 4.5, 5. Brigitta. Five and a half, 3.5, 4, 5, 5. Zoe.
4, 3.5, 3.5, 3.5, 3.5. Alexander.
Six, 6, 6.5, 6.5, 6. Chloe.
4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 5, 4. Sebastian.
Seven and a half, 7, 7, 7, 7.5. Georgia.
3.5, 4, 4, 4, 3.5. Angus.
5.5, 4.5, 4.5, 4, 5. Anna.
6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6, 6.5. Ziad.
6, 6.5, 7.5, 6.5, 5.5. Hannah.
4.5, 5.5, 3.5,
6.5, 7, 7, 7, 6.5. Rita.
Emiel Sebastian. 5.5,
2,
5,
2.5,
6,
2.5, 2, 2.
6.
Nicky.
Jonas Erik.
5.5, 5.5, 5.5, 4.5, 5. Vita.
3.5, 4, 2.5, 3, 3. Bram.
4, 4.5, 6, 5.5, 5.
7.5, 7, 7.5, 7.5,
Rebecca.
7. Round 7, August.
7, 5.5, 6.5, 7, 6.5. Sama.
4, 6, 4, 4, 4.5. Axel.
4.5, 5, 4, 4.5, 4.5. Ariana.
5, 4.5, 4.5, 5, 5.5.
6.5, 6.5, 7.5, 6.5, 6. Gigi.
5, 4.5, 5.5, 5, 4.5. Sebastian.
3, 1.5, 3, 2, 3.5. Chloe.
3.5, 3.5.
4, 4, 4, 3, 4. Eva. 6, 5.5, 6, 6.5, 5. Imara.
5.5, 5, 5.5, 4.5, 5.5. Ziad.
4.5, 5, 4, 4, 5. Julia.
5.5, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5.
4.5, 4, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5.
Emil Sebastian.
Round 5, Clarissa. 3, 3.5, 3.5, 4.5, 4.
3.5, 4, 3.5,
Brigitta.
4, 4.5. Jonas Erik.
4.5, 5, 4.5, 5, 4.5.
1.5, 2, 2,
Zoe.
1.5, 2.5. Bram.
3.5, 3, 4, 3.5, 4.
6.5, 6,
Chloe.
6.5, 6.5. Round 8, August. 'All judges 4.5.
4.5, 4.5, 5, 5, 4.5. Georgia.
5, 5, 5, 4, 5. Alexander.
3, 0, 1.5, 0, 1. Anna.
4, 4.5, 3.5, 4, 3.5. Sebastian.
6.5, 6, 6.5, 6.5, 6. Hannah.
6, 5.5, 6, 6, 6. Angus.
3, 4.5, 3.5, 3.5, 2.5. Rita.
Three and a half, 2.5,
4.5, 5.5, 5, 5, 5. Nicky.
Ziad.
Five, 5, 4.5, 5.5, 4.5. Rita.
2.5, 3, 3, 3.5, 3.5. Emil Sebastian. Six, 5.5.
4, 4.5, 5, 4.5, 5. Rebecca.
Jonas Erik.
Six, 6, 6, 6, 5. Sama.
Five, 5, 5, 5, 4. Bram.
4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 4, 4. Ariana.
All judges 5.5. Round 9.
4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 4. Gigi. From all judges, 3.
5, 5, 5, 5.5.
Chloe.
5. Axel.
Three, 2.5, 2.5, 3, 3.5. Eva.
6, 5.5, 6, 5.5, 6.5. Alexander.
A half, 2, 1.5, 0, 0.
3.5, 4, 3, 3.5.
Imara.
Sebastian.
Three, 3.5, 2.5, 3, 2.5. Julian.
Two, 2.5, 1.5, 2.5, 2. Angus.
Three and a half, 4, 4.5, 4, 3. Round 6, Clarissa.
6, 5, 6.5, 6, 6. Siad.
6, 5, 6, 5.5, 6.5. Brigitta.
6.5, 6, 5.5.
5, 4.5, 4.5, 5, 4.5.
Emil Sebastian.
Zoe. 5.5, 5, 6, 6, 6. Chloe.
5.5, 4.5, 5.5, 5.5, 5.5. Jonas Erik.
5, 4.5, 4, 4.5, 4.5. Georgia.
4.5, 4.5, 4, 5, 4.5. Bram.
5.5, 5, 4.5, 5.5, 4.5. Anna.
7, 6, 6, 6, 6.5. Round 10, August.
4.5, 4.5, 5, 4.5, 5. Hannah.
6.5, 6, 6.5, 6, 5.5. Axel.
4, 4.5, 3.5, 4, 4. Rita.
4, 4, 5, 4, 5. Alexander.
5, 1, 4.5, 3, 3.5, 3.
5, 4, 4.5,
Nikki.
5, 4.5. Sebastian.
Six, 5, 4.5, 5, 4.5. Vita.
3, 4.5, 3, 4, 5. Angus. 7, 6.5, 6.5, 7, 7.
2.5, 1.5, 3, 3, 2.5.
Sias.
Rebecca. Five, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 5.5. Sama.
2, 2.5, 1, 2.5, 1.5. Emil Sebastian.
3.5, 5, 3.5, 4, 4. Ariana.
2.5, 2.5, 3, 2.5, 3.5. Jonas Erik.
4, 3.5, 4, 4, 3. Gigi.
5.5, 5, 5.5, 5.5, 5. Bram.
6, 5.5, 5.5, 5.5, 5.5. Chloe.
6, 7, 7, 7, 7. This was the last life of this competition. Thank you judges, thank you secretary.
Three, 3, 3, 3.5, 3. Eva. 4 because of the arms. Maximum 4.5, sorry. 3, 4, 1.5, 3.5, 3. Imara. 5, 4.5, 3, 4.5, 4.5. Julia. Three, 3, 2.5, 3.5, 3.5. Round 7, Clarissa. Four and a half, 4, 3.5, 4.5, 4.5. Brigitta. Four and a half, 4.5, 4, 4.5, 5. Zoe. Five, 4.5, 5.5, 5, 6. Chloe. Seven and a half, 7, 6.5, 7.5, 6.5. Georgia. Four and a half, 4.5, 3.5, 4, 3.5. Anna. Two and a half, 3.5, 2.5, 3, 2.5. Hannah. Five and a half, 5.5, 4.5, 5.5, 5. Rita. 4, 4, 4, 4, 5.5. Nikki. Five and a half, 5.5, 5.5, 5, 5.5. Vita. Six and a half, 6, 6, 6, 5. Rebecca. Seven, 6, 6, 6, 5.5. Sama. Five, 6, 5.5, 5.5, 5. Ariana. Five and a half, 4, 5, 4.5, 4.5. Gigi. Four, 3.5, 4, 5, 5. Chloe. The boys behind the platform, behind the 1 meter board, could you please go away, wait until your training begins? Thank you. 3.5, 3.5, 3, 3.5, 3.5. Eva. Six, 6, 6, 5.5, 6. Imara. Three, 2, 3, 3.5, 2.5. Julia. Three and a half, 3, 2, 3, 3.5. This was the last time in this competition. Thank you, judges. Thank you, secretaries. Next competition.